Tonight's broadcast is presented by Restore Hyper Wellness, official wellness and recovery partner of AC Boise. Welcome to the Treasure Valley. Athletic Club Boise looking to strike gold this evening against one of the top teams all time in USL League One. Union Omaha is here at the Athletic Club Boise Stadium, and this matchup is sure to be fun. Hello, family. I'm James Hadnot. With me is Eric Dobransky. Thank you so much for joining us. Right now, Union Omaha in a familiar place at the top of the USL League One table. Athletic Club Boise finds itself with 18 points, sitting in 8th. And Athletic Club Boise is looking to take down Union Omaha after they handed them their first ever loss in franchise history. And Eric, as we look at this team comparison, both teams want to have the ball and they want to impose their will on the other.
At two teams that are the definition of possession with purpose. They want the ball, but only in order to create and threaten. That identity has both clubs near the top of League One in goals scored, but both arrived tonight looking for momentum. AC Boise trying to respond after a disappointing result at Forward Madison. Union Omaha searching for that finishing touch. And for AC Boise, this is going to be the player to watch. He brings that creativity, that end product, can hurt opponents as both a playmaker and finisher. And in a matchup where both teams are comfortable with the ball, his ability to recognize when to connect play and when to attack the second phase could be decisive.
Dennis Kostichin, 6 goals in all competitions. And the man to watch for Union Omaha is Diego Gutierrez. He comes in with 5 goals on the season.
Presents such a unique attacking profile. He's shifty, intelligent, can create advantages without needing many touches. He's the type of player that may not always be where the ball is, but he's always arriving where the danger is, and he can capitalize on those fleeting moments in the attack.
Gutierrez, who played at Monterey Bay last year, comes back to his hometown where he scored more than 100 goals in high school. Athletic Club Boise is hoping to keep him quiet this evening. The matchup between Union Omaha and Athletic Club Boise is next from Athletic Club Boise Stadium.
I want to do more of the things I'm called to, so I'm going to go give my body the fuel and the nourishment that it needs to do that as often as I possibly can. If you want to come in and get an IV and get compression and get infrared, get the mild hyperbaric chamber in 150 locations around the country where we're traveling, we can find that. And so I think that's what makes it special, is it's a one-stop shop for health, for fuel. But the reason I come here is because it gives me the chance to do more.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years and counting. And Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough.
KTVB Plus, streaming live local radar 24/7. Watch as the storm rolls in and check the forecast whenever you want. Stream now and watch for free. Live radar 24/7, only on KTVB Plus.
Hey buddy, why aren't we catching anything? I bet they're deeper down. Mom?
Unexpected plumbing issues? Diamond can help with prompt, reliable, high-quality service. Call the amazing team at Diamond Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Electric. From leaky faucets and broken pipes to water heaters and softeners, Diamond's 5-star heroes can help. Diamond.
Your home's best friend.
Birds who arrive ready to bring the noise. The first 50 fans to walk through the gates will score a completely free Restore recovery pack, a premier health and wellness package designed to help your experience a variety of Restore's signature services like cryotherapy, red light therapy, and so much more. This incredible pack carries a $250 value, so make sure you plan to get to the stadium early to claim yours before they are all gone. Welcome back to Boise, Idaho. Tonight's player walkouts are sponsored by Ford. And now it's time for tonight's starting lineups, which are brought to you by Idaho's Ford dealers. regard, always a big part of this Athletic Club Boise experience. Such a great fan base in this first year for AC Boise. Colin Radosov blows his whistle, and we begin from Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium. It's Union Omaha and AC Boise in USL League One. James Sadnot here with you. Thank you so much for joining us with Eric Dobransky. And already a throw-in for Union Omaha. They're in the teal kits, and AC Boise in the black with green trim. Union Omaha coming off back-to-back losses, back-to-back shutout losses, and Coach Candela said he felt like his side did enough in the attack in regards to creating opportunities, but just could not find the back of the net. Wants to be more ruthless here today. And similarly for AC Boise, Coach Nate Miller believing his team to be better in their counterattack defending. This match has the ability to kind of be up and down.
Well, that's that delicate approach that you have in the attacking box, that you could feel like you generate the moments, but if you don't find and take those chances, you look at kind of the end of the spectrum where you're not being decisive and you're not converting. You talk about chance creation, but chance conversion is a big portion of that. So for both these teams, they want to find that balance between not only creating, but also, to the point you just made, being ruthless.
Comes in, shot taken. Telefonce was blocked away. Both of these teams will look to counter press. They really do not want the opponent to be able to have the ball, be comfortable on the ball as there's a foul quickly. Down is Thomas Among. He's in the starting lineup, coming in with 2 goals on the season. He's back up. It gives us a chance to share tonight's injury report, which is brought to you by St. Alphonsus. Blake Bodley and Jackson Stevens unavailable today, but back. Dominic Gasso was on the bench for AC Boise. He missed the last match with a lower body injury. And for Union Omaha, everybody available, nobody listed as injured for Los Bujos. Omaha in possession. This ball dumped over the top, controlled by Gavalinas. Coleman sends this deep, nobody home. And Coach Nate Miller mentioned this could be the case with both of these teams in their high pressing. A lot of balls that are going to be over the top, and there's going to be some verticality to the match. Obviously, nobody able to get on the end of that, but even with that verticality, it allows for both sides to kind of set their defense. And
being collective in that approach, because those longer passes, that range, putting yourself not only in a position to control that second phase, but also in a position where you're winning the battle of proximity. You're putting yourself in an area where you've got good numbers, and you've got good numbers to play off of. That's going to be something as this game plays out, what trends start to present themselves with both these teams. We talked about how ball dominant they want to be, but something's got to give, and we see it all the time in games. Styles make for fights, and this is 2 teams that want to see the ball and 2 teams that want to be disruptive off the ball. So something's got to give.
Chiba can't control that. So now it's time for tonight's keys to the game, which are brought to you by Ford.
Yeah, for AC Boise, own the territory. So when you get in possession, you have the proximity, you have the numbers in and around the ball, but also when you get dispossessed, you still have those numbers. So can you win the ball higher up the field in those moments? And for Union Omaha, win the battles out wide. Can you be purposeful and intentional with the way that you're able to expose these matchups, much like this for AC Boise?
Charlie Adams with a peach of a ball. Now this cross comes in. It's handled by Brent Coleman of Union Omaha. There's the verticality we discussed. Coach Miller understands all the different ways to attack. And now, coming the other way is Union Omaha. Ball's lifted in. Cleaver will let it bounce in his box, and now it's controlled by AC Boise and cleared away. 5 minutes in, pretty much exactly what we heard from both coaches, right? Coach Miller mentioning that once we move the ball forward, as it comes back the other way, there are going to be opportunities where we're going to have to defend 4v4, 3v3, and we just have to be precise in our defending. Here comes Union Omaha again. Cross is launched in, headed back by Ricketts.
Roger that. I'll do my best. I have a lot of people in front of me. They made me move 20 feet from the line, so I'll do what I can. Yeah, no, right on. Just let you know.
Jake Dangler. Josh Yarrow, center back pairing. Coach Miller was talking about Yarrow and Dangler, and with the injury to Dangler, once he's come back, now those two had to really lock in. It's going to be something to watch. How do they deal with the pace of Pato Batella-Foss and the scoring ability of Kempis Tequila? Now AC Boise in the attacking third. On back. Turning, shooting, shot. Blocked away. Dennis Kostichin had the look. Now Adams. Kostichin. Philip Mayaka slips this ball in. Moshaban has a go. It's blocked behind for a corner. So Gabriel Cabral denying that shot attempt, but a set piece now for AC Boise.
And that's the confidence that you want to see Moshaban go at his defender, especially right outside the 18-yard box. You're faced up, you've got the momentum. Keeping that touch onto your shooting foot. As you see, Nate Miller talked about how both sides of the ball really complement each other. If you have good attacking shape, you're going to have good defensive shape because that proximity matters. He's going to want to see what his team can do here in their first corner of the evening.
Charlie Adams delivers this ball in, headed away calmly. Now Nick Moon, who returns from red card suspension, top goal scorer on this team, along with Kostichin. Mayaka lifts this in, headed back across the face of goal, but it'll go out for a goal kick.
And Nick Moon serving that red card suspension. Had the game winner against Richmond Kickers, and a few moments later picked up the red card in that first half. Obviously, this AC Boise team was able to see out that 2-1 win and pick up a massive 3 points. But then you look at the road loss to Forward Madison, just such a unique, I mean, you look at the scoreline, 5-1, I mean, but it just played out in such a unique way, and we know that matches just tend to tell different stories. That game was 1-1 until the 67th minute. So that some moments kind of got away from them, but why I make that point is the 5 shots and only 2 on target for AC Boise. How do you turn that possession into sustained threat on a consistent basis?
Among on the edge of the 18, his cross is blocked away for another AC Boise corner. These last 2 AC Boise corner kicks were presented by Guinness.
Thomas Among being a player that we've been accustomed and familiar with how powerful and how influential he can be on the attacking side. And we see Charlie Adams over his corner as well. He took it from the opposite side as well. Good delivery on the first corner, just weren't able to meet that service with first contact. Can you bump some defenders? Can you create some space, create some separation?
Adams with an outswinger this time. It'll take a bounce in the box. Costigan's shot is closed down, but there was a whistle, and Union Omaha will have possession. Minutes gone in the first half between Union Omaha and AC Boise. These two teams met earlier in the season. It was a 3-2 victory for that man's side, Vincenzo Candela. And Coach Candela, who's been a part of this franchise since 2024, and they won their last championship. And I asked him about the ingredients for a championship side. He talked about professionalism. He talked about love for the team and for the team's camaraderie, and said that this year's team has some of those same elements, and they're looking to continue all the success that they've had going back to 2021 when they first won the championship, one of their 3-player shields. This Union Omaha team is the cream of the crop, and AC Boise looking to give them their best shot here at home. Moon toppled over, controlled. This is Mayaka. One thing to watch for AC Boise is their proximity to each other. They want to be tight. That allows for connected balls. This ball will take a bounce in the area. Mayaka will try to retrieve it, and Yarrow in possession. Almost turns it over. It's kept in for the moment, and then we'll go out.
What that proximity does as well is it provides that unpredictability, the ability to be rapid with not only your decision making, but the movement of the ball. Throw a lot of teams off and unbalance them. I think going back to the ingredients and the characteristics that you were just mentioning about a Union Omaha side that has that championship pedigree, those elements that Coach Candela had mentioned to us, what that opens up teams to be able to do is have those challenging conversations, have those uncomfortable conversations. And for a team right now that has been shut out 2 games in a row, 2-0 loss at Charlotte Independence, 2-0 loss at Sarasota Paradise, that's where that trust comes in. That's where those relationships pay so much dividends, because you can start to have that collaboration, and you know that it's coming from a place of growth and improvement.
Mayaka digs this out after heavy pressure was put on Alan Gavilinez. This is one thing also to look out for, is which team can have possession for long stretches. Will either side give them the ability to connect multiple passes?
I know this is going to sound very obvious, but I also think that whoever scores first is going to really be able to control how this game plays out, and really the rhythm and tempo that is attached to it.
Gavilinez dumps this ball over the top, but the offside flag has come up.
Because when you are the team that concedes first, but you are also a team that likes to see possession, likes to be on the ball, you tend to see some uncharacteristic plays kind of present themselves in some moments that are key. And can you be the team that puts pressure on your opponent by scoring that first goal, drawing first blood?
Among wins possession into Ricketts. Ricketts undercut, but a clean challenge. Had to be perfect as Mayaka boots this away. But Ryan Jibba had to be precise, and he got this right.
Covering the ground and timing this tackle to perfection. Good read from Jonathan Ricketts on the ability to climb the field in that moment. Good plays from both teams.
Jibba, the former 19th overall pick in the 2023 MLS Super Draft. Played with Minnesota United and MLS. He's back with Union Omaha, where he's very comfortable. Ricketts, make sure this doesn't go out on the touchline. Yarrow Spangler. Josh played with St. Louis in MLS. Also St. Louis City 2, played in the MLS Next Pro Cup back in 2022. Now Philip Mayaka. Ricketts, isolated versus Jibba. Lofts and across. It was Moon who was arriving. This will scoot out for a AC Boise throw. So Colin Radosov saying that there was a deflection, and that's why Boise will have the throw in.
Some of the numbers that are going to continue to kind of play themselves out in this match with the way stylistically these two teams play. Final third entries, you look at them, 8 for AC Boise, 7 for Union Omaha, but AC Boise has 4 touches in the opposition box, Union Omaha 0. So a lot of the work for Union Omaha in and around the 18-yard box, they have not been able to find that final ball, that precise pass where AC Boise able to work itself through the thirds, but also have numbers to get into the box. You see it talking to from the center official.
There's Jake Kroll with the slide tackle. It was after losing possession, and Pato Batella-Foss going down. So it will just be a foul, and Union Omaha will have possession. Fans, if Athletic Club Boise scores 3 goals, you win. Athletic Club Boise has partnered with Restore Hyper Wellness to provide you with a $25 gift certificate. Head over to either the Meridian or Boise location to redeem. Big time opportunity if AC Boise was to score 3 goals. We are just past a quarter of an hour. Neither side has really got a foothold in this match up to this point. That's to be expected because of the defensive prowess. Lusu, big ball down the line. And Kroll will let this roll out for a Boise goal kick. Athletic Club Boise has been a very good team at home this season. So despite their last loss to Forward Madison 5-1 on the road, they did get a win last time they were here against Richmond 2-1. Results in 6 of 8 matches. So it does not matter if the big bad Los Bujos are coming in. AC Boise is not going to be afraid. This is Moon in control. They work back to Adams. This rolls out. Colin Radosov. Sauntering towards Philip Texas Thomas Among. Colin Radosov, a very good referee, the 2023 USL Referee of the Year, and also was the referee for the final MLS Next Pro back in 2023. So you know he's going to have a good handle on this match.
I feel like we've hit the trifecta. We have 2 teams that want to play football, want to operate in a fashion that they use the ball to create their advantages, and obviously you highlighted the center official and what he brings to this matchup.
See a bit of a wardrobe malfunction. As Moshevan was going to ground, blew a tire. And you see he's not too pleased. Felt like there was some contact rather. Actually, looked like he was trying to change a tire himself.
He was signaling that his tire was blown by an opponent.
The strong supporters here in this first season for AC Boise. Coach Nate Miller talked about it in an interview with the local media, just how important these supporters are, how they actually provide a tempo for the team. and how AC Boise feeds off that tempo. And that is why they have been so successful at home. It makes sense when you have such strong supporters. So this comes to New Hoop. He is the longtime goalkeeper for Union Omaha, two-time champion with the Owls.
Former USL League One goalkeeper of the year. He is experienced in every phase, can control set pieces, obviously involved in the build.
Trying to head this towards New Hoop. Into the Brinks Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. 21st minute of action, long ball down the line. It's controlled by AC Boise. Shalon can't keep possession, and now he's down again, holding at that left ankle. Moshaban, signed as a rookie way back with the Lansing Ignite under Coach Nate Miller. Followed him along to San Diego Loyal, where he had some great seasons. And he told the story of just the trust that he has in Coach Miller, and didn't know if he wanted to come to Boise, but he trusted Coach Miller, and that is why he's here, and he's enjoying it in his first season. This ball pulled back to Josh Yarrow, assessing his options. He'll work back to Dangler. That ball's lost. Advantage will be played. This is Gavalines. Now Gutierrez. Jibba. Diego Gutierrez. He's pushed down. Another foul. And so Pato Batella-Foss is up in arms. He is not very pleased. Felt like there should have been a foul near midfield. Something more should have come from this passage of play. Here's the first foul.
And this is the heavy touch and then the heavy tackle. The official allows play to continue. Those are going to be the moments for both these teams. They want to minimize some of the counterattacking chances, because you do see the immense numbers that Union Omaha can present in such a rapid rate. And then last push there, earning a deep free kick, attacking free kick for Union Omaha. And for a team that started with a lot of the momentum to kick off this match, it's kind of absorbed a lot more of that pressure now. And see if this free kick can be kind of that catapult they need to regain some of that rhythm.
So Cleaver, 2 fingers up, saying he wants 2 on the wall as he sets things. This Kostigen being waved away from the free kick spot. Gavalines and Gutierrez both standing behind it. It will be Gutierrez, and he puts it over the crossbar and into the stands.
You're going to be disappointed with that one, especially when you have that 6-yard box kind of covered in that sun. Put it on frame, make Cleaver make a save. Gutierrez had his fingerprints all over the first matchup, had 2 goals, a brace in that 3-2 win at home over AC Boise.
Gutierrez, the game-winning goal late after Philip Mayaka equalized. AC Boise had to come from behind on 2 occasions in that match. They showed resilience early in this inaugural season. And obviously, championship pedigree reigned supreme in that initial matchup. Neither side has scored here today. Neither side has been able to impose their will on the other just yet. Best chance for AC Boise was Jonathan Ricketts in the box. Ryan Jibba with an excellent slide tackle. And there, as Jibba Sent in the cross. It was cleared behind for a corner. So Union Omaha with a set piece in the 25th minute. Coach Candela giving instructions to Gabriel Cabral, the Brazilian. Came up through the Fluminense Academy. Tries to shield off the sun. He's playing the sun in his eyes on this corner. Ball sent in, mishandled, so Union Omaha still with an opportunity. Weaver did not get a hand to that. Now it's fired back into the area again. This time AC Boise, good box defending. Off the 1-2, ball sent back. Oshaban there. Coleman. Ball just hit the other way. This goes out. Fourth row. Turn to CBS Sports Network on Wednesday, July 1st for a USL League One showdown. Spokane Velocity FC hoping to speed past the formidable Flamingos of forward Madison FC at 9 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on CBS Sports Network July 1st. Obviously, the Flamingos getting the best of AC Boise. Last timeout. Spokane has been a sensational side in USL League One. Union Omaha got the best of them in the championship a couple years ago. So that should be a fun one. This one has had a slower pace than the first matchup. And it's funny, Coach Nate Miller said he didn't really feel like this match would be cagey, but it's kind of felt that way up to this point.
As you have both teams kind of evaluating what space and what opportunities are becoming available, you do feel like AC Boise has been the more threatening of the two teams. And I do think that the urgency you've seen from AC Boise has presented that threat. And Union Omaha, they've done it collective possession like this, but once they kind of hit that final third, they kind of sputter out, misfire. You just don't know if coming off of two matches where you've been held with 0 goals and limited in what you've seen production-wise, are you kind of forcing the issue? Are you kind of questioning yourself in some of those scenarios?
It's also the added aspect of being on the road, being in unfamiliar territory, being on a new surface. And how many coaches say we want to go on the road and we want to assess things first before kind of really going out there?
100%. And what also presents such a fascinating aspect to this, these are two ambitious teams. I mean, two ambitious clubs, organizations. Union Omaha continues to be one of those teams always at the top of USL League One. AC Boise has come into this league really stating what their obvious intentions are, is to compete at the highest level. So two groups that are coming off tough results and want to show that championship, not only pedigree, but that DNA. And to the point you were just making, for Union Omaha, you go back on the road where you've now just suffered 2 straight losses. Now you're on the road for a 3rd straight game. And how do you get yourself into this match? How do you get yourself a foothold into what dictates and defines this matchup? It's going to be key for this group.
Union Omaha, despite their back-to-back losses, still have a result in 7 of 11. There's a reason why they're at the top of the table. Good ball centrally. This is Nick Moon. Evades a tackle. Moon can't lay the ball off to Costigan. Union Omaha coming the other way. Gavalines, watched by Josh Yarrow, runs out of real estate. There was a moment for AC Boise that goes awry.
I mean, that was just such class defending by Jibba. The ability to have that strong recovery speed, but that mobility and then the positioning to cut off that pass and the timing. That was a good breakthrough from AC Boise. Getting Nick Moon driving into that space.
Minutes gone. No score between Union Omaha and AC Boise. Union Omaha, a team that has been at the top of the table coming into today. Select is proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is the every step of the way. Visit us at us.select-sport.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Continuing the point on Union Omaha, 9 wins coming into today. Champions in 2021 and 2024, 3-time Players Shield award holders. They are the blueprint. Coach Kendala saying that the reason why there's just reloading and not retooling is simply because they try to find players that not only fit the system, but players that might have been overlooked in other areas. It feels like the attractive style of football that they play really helps those players to shine. We've seen that with Diego Gutierrez this season, Monterey Bay. Not a lot of goals, but this year, 6 goals in all competitions. Tracy Boise on the flip side, Coach Miller crafting a team for the 3rd time. Whether it was Lansing Ignite, San Diego Loyal, he knows what it takes to build a team from the ground up. Talked about this opportunity, really mentioned that it was the right opportunity for him at the right time.
What both these organizations get with their head coaches is familiarity with the USL and familiarity with what it takes and the identity that you need to not only make a run one season, but have that sustainable success where you just continue to stack performances. And you see Candela getting an explanation from the 4th official. I love the question that you asked him in the pre-match call about when you step into this head coaching role, kind of who do you lean on for advice and kind of what did he take? And I love the fact that he said, don't copy anybody, be authentic and genuine to yourself and how you want to approach it. And as much to what his team lives out.
Hato Botello-Foss was on the doorstep. And I don't know how that doesn't find the back of the net here.
Good work here, and then late arriving run. But just, we've seen big plays defensively in both boxes. Just a tremendous play by Cleaver. Cutting off the angle, making himself big.
This is Adams, wide to Moon. So Moon quickly closed down. Good defending there by Gutierrez. Coach Candela talking about his profile, physicality, something that really helps out. This ball in no man's land, so Jibba anywhere works. Maybe this opens something up. Botello-Foss can't keep control. Dangler. Kroll.
This is an element that could present itself for both teams, is who gets casual in a moment on the ball. Can you turn them over in a progressive area for two teams that like to see the ball side to side, but also side to side with that purpose and that intent to create and generate space? You do see some of these passes kind of going astray in moments, and can you counteract that with some numbers going forward, hit them in transition?
Once again, the attack fizzles out going into the 18 for Union Omaha as Cleaver clears that away. You hear the fans chanting, "Let's go Cleaver," after that good defensive stop by the goalkeeper. As Jonathan Cleaver from Grand Rapids, Michigan, making his 11th appearance of the season, and he's looking for his 3rd clean sheet of the year. Falls to Ricketts, Mayaka. And once again, control and patience for AC Boise. Kroll. Moon on the half turn, can't keep possession. Oh, he wins it back. Moon sizing things up, shove from behind, and play on is the decision from Colin Radosov. The River Guard not going to be too pleased with that. Union Omaha racing the other way now. Botello Foz picks out Jibba, controls, does Ryan Jibba, but he shanks the shot, and that will bring some happiness to the fans here at Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium.
Yeah, action in both boxes. Here, good win from Nick Moon, the ability to stay with it, committed to getting himself back on the ball. Tackle here, and then the quick transition outlet for Union Omaha.
Once again, Jay Kroll begins things. Moon comes deep to pick this up. Moshaban switches the point of attack. Ricketts. Former Clemson Tiger Philip Mayaka tries to thread the needle to Among. Not enough weight behind that ball. And then Josh Yarrow commits the foul, as Pato Botello Foss is holding at his head. So Botello Foss arguing that there was a forearm or an elbow. Colin Radosov in good position. Saw it the entire way.
I want to say this is about the 2nd or 3rd time that Botello Foss has been the subject of a foul at midfield, and just goes to say how important these transition moments are. There was still going to be a lot of work to be done there. The physicality in which that he presents, and the ability to play, hold up, and allow numbers to climb with him. See this fan base. Incredible job of the organization, this community, coming together, such a special environment.
39th minute. Still no score between AC Boise and Union Omaha. Colin Radosov blows his whistle, and Nate Miller looks on. Headman for Boise.
I do think overall, Coach Miller is going to be pleased with some of the bravery and urgency that his team has kind of showcased in this first half. Nothing has paid dividends quite yet, but continue to play with it. Now it's about that influencing what the 2nd and 3rd actions are offensively. That's where this game is going to continue to tilt, and we've seen Jibba defensively make a big play. We've seen Wooten make a big play for Union Omaha.
Nearing halftime, Tumi Moshaban set to send it back in, and now he'll drop and let Nick Moon do the honors. Former teammates at San Diego Loyal. Multiple players from the Loyal days here as the River Guard watches on. Yarrow Mayaka. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek, your ticket to great seats. 41st minute. AC Boise, Union Omaha. Battle of two teams that love to have possession. They're both top 3 in possession, top 3 in passing accuracy.
And add top 3 in goals scored. So all those numbers, you see a lot of it, some of the storylines that you see in the game, regardless of what league or what level, those numbers sometimes don't always have the equivalent or narrative of production. And for both these teams it has. Now, Charlotte Independence have just steamrolled with 31 goals scored. 22 from Union Omaha, so they sit second place, and then 20 for AC Boise. Good outlet ball here for Union Omaha.
Los Bujos on the attack, and good defending there by Jake Kroll. AC Boise ready to run the other way. Moshaban just saw 2 close him down. And Rashid Nuhu there before it rolls out for a corner.
I just think that's a great example of where both these teams are excelling. They are doing a great job of kind of probing in a lot of attacking moments, but also being structured defensively and being prepared to deal with some of these transition moments, but also when they get broken defensively with the pressure they present, to get themselves back into second and third plays, influence that action defensively. And that's why we sit here at 0-0, because I don't think a lot of it is, both teams could be better with the ball. And I think both teams will admit that. But I also don't think that it's been anything that has gotten away from them on the ball. I think they've just both met good defensive plays.
Those are 2 strong defensive teams. They want to get in your face. They want to close down the space. Don't want to give you chances to pick out passes. Gutierrez. Tequila. Back to Owusu. Tequila. Gutierrez. Top goal scorers on this team. McMoon intercepts that. Josh Yarrow. Jonathan Ricketts. Very patient. Nothing's there immediately. AC Boise's not going to rush. 44th minute of action. We move towards halftime. Either side is going to set the world on fire in this match. And we expected it to be up and down. This match has had that in moments. But also we expected it to be strong in defense for both sides, and we've seen that as well.
And we expected to see some ebbs and flows. It was the mid portion of this first half that I had mentioned, the touches in opposition box heavily in favor of AC Boise as we see the attack here. But since that moment, there's been 0 touches in the opposition box for AC Boise and 6 for Union Omaha. So that's going to be the give and take that we're going to see from this game. Hear it from a lot of coaches that every match is going to give you something, but every match is going to take something from you. Good play in.
Moshaban trying to track this down, but Owusu cleared it away. It was Nick Moon who threaded the needle. Rather, Mayaka who threaded the needle for Moon. And Nick Moon just could not take it around Rashid Nuhu. And it shows you right there just how quickly AC Boise can turn it on, because they have the players, they have the quality to make these connections.
And then also emphasizes what we were talking about, the defensive portion for both these teams. I mean, both goalkeepers already have had to come out and present themselves in a fashion that minimized and completely negated an offensive threat.
Kostashin. Mayaka.
Ladies and gentlemen, stoppage time is brought to you by Diamond Heating and Cooling. According to the fourth official, there will be a minimum of...
There is a tackle and a yellow card coming out for Charlie Adams. A tactical foul for sure, as the break was on for Omaha, and Charlie Adams, a veteran, he will take that. That yellow card was presented by Diamond Heating and Cooling.
One of these spells of possession for AC Boise that you get good numbers in the attacking third, and Charlie Adams knew exactly what he needed to do. He needed to blow that play up.
As we near our full minute of our minimum of 1 minute of added time, our stoppage time is also brought to you by Diamond Heating and Cooling. Now it is on Colin Radosov. How much time we have left, and there is the halftime whistle. So no score between Union Omaha and AC Boise after 45 minutes of play. There were moments for both sides, just not the final product just yet.
Yeah, it almost seems like both sides need to flip what they're looking for, because right now Union Omaha presenting the numbers in the attacking third, but lacking some of that decisiveness. AC Boise having that decisiveness, but not necessarily collective in a lot of those moments. So can you get some more numbers in the attack? Can you climb the field collectively? That's going to be key.
Well, we are in the capital of Idaho, and the River Guard is always on top in regards to their supports. Athletic Club Boise, Union Omaha, no score after 45 minutes. Halftime is next.
Every business has a story. Maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you're expanding. Maybe you're ready for a fresh start with a bank that truly cares about your business. We're Banner Bank, and we want your business to succeed, to stay competitive, to get to the next level. And we have a long history of helping businesses just like yours. Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking.
And it's a good afternoon on this beautiful day for Premier League football.
Sisters and brothers, and all of my friends, let's come together and break in. Cutting ball with the Boston. Cutting ball with
Guinness, official beer of the Premier League.
You want more than care. You want a partner who hears you. Bring it. At St. Alphonsus, we listen to your story, your concerns, what makes you, you. We connect the dots, catch what matters early. Not just today, but for the long haul. Checkups are just the start. We're here for every chapter. So, bring it.
From the beginning, Idaho has been home. Since 1968, we've stayed true to what matters most. Hard work, local ranching, and exceptional beef. As pioneers of American Wagyu, we're involved every step of the way, from ranch to table. Unforgettable beef, done right, by people who care. Snake River Farms, proud supporters of Athletic Club Boise.
Welcome back to Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium. Right now it is halftime between AC Boise and Union Omaha. And The Experience is a video docuseries that shows the history, passion, and community of the USL clubs and their supporters groups. The latest episode showcases League One's newcomer Athletic Club Boise and their support group, the River Guard, and is available on youtube.com/USL on May 9th.
I think Idahoans have been clamoring for something that is theirs.
Feel a big sense of responsibility to do this right. You only get one first season, For me, without soccer, it's like there's no air. Having it here, I feel like I can breathe again. Boise's never had anything like this.
Before the World Cup can begin, 48 national teams need a home. And home is a lot more than a practice field.
They wanted a beautiful grass field and in a sort of secure facility with great access to gyms and all the other pieces around.
Dan Rutstein had the honor of handing the keys to Orange County SC's entire facility to the U.S. men's national team. Why does it matter to you to have the U.S. national team at your facility?
Look, if you can't get excited about a World Cup, then we shouldn't be in this business. It's obviously an enormous opportunity. We're happy for them, it's a great facility. We're happy for us, we're happy for our fans, so we can be talked about in the same breath as the home nation in a home World Cup.
Orange County is joined by the Oakland Roots, who will host the Australian national team, and the Tampa Bay Rowdies hosting first-time World Cup team Cape Verde. When clubs spend multiple weeks in one building, the facility must accommodate an entire support system, not just the players. In a large country like the United States, travel can take a toll. Cape Verde's Tampa home sets up short flights to Atlanta, Miami, and Houston for its group matches. Australia will play matches in Vancouver, Seattle, and nearby Santa Clara. The U.S. team's longest journey is Seattle, sandwiched between two group matches in Los Angeles. But as the World Cup takes place, it's business as usual for the USL Championship. For Orange County, a worthwhile temporary adjustment.
We're still training next door. The short-term pain of being not allowed to use our stadium for the medium and long-term gain of working with the US national team, we could never say no to an opportunity like that.
Still loose and driven home. AC Boise strike first. A wonderful opportunity, and it is Knoxville.
Now and then, you need to stop and smell the roses. Or the leaves, rocks, trees, sticks, and that one tree again.
This summer, get 1,000 bonus points and a chance to win 250,000 bonus points.
¡Espectacular! ¡Hay mucha fiesta, señor Martino! ¡Hay sed de revancha, doctor! ¡Pero falta gol! ¡Estamos a esperar a Hugo! ¿Hugo Sánchez? Sí, tira para adelante. ¿Quién maneja? ¿Un futbolista? ¡Llegamos por fin! ¡Ay, bendito sea el chofer, doctor! Hugo, ¿regreso a las canchas? ¿Algún consejo?
Sí, confía y cree en ti.
¡Ey! ¡Pasa al norte!
A donde me den la oportunidad, pero listo para dar el paso.
¡Listo, vámonos!
This is your moment.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
In 1977, Ford F-Series became America's best-selling trucks. 33 million trucks later, we've kept that title every year since. And that's a formula we plan on repeating. F-Series, America's best-selling trucks for 49 years and counting. And Ford, the most awarded brand for initial quality among trucks by J.D. Power. Ford F-Series, built Ford tough.
Welcome back here to Boise, Idaho. Athletic Club Boise and Union Omaha 0-0 at the break. This is not the only matchup going on tonight in USL League One. Other matchups have come to a close. As you see, Fort Wayne getting the victory over Richmond. And also of note, Ford Madison, back-to-back wins now in league play.
Yeah, and AB Alta, I mean, they just continue to climb the table. 2-1 win over Greenville Triumph. Corpus Christi, if they pull off the result in 3 points tonight, which it looks like, Sarasota Paradise was on a run of its own, but Corpus Christi has climbed itself right into the playoff discussion. And Spokane Velocity losing right now to One Knox, and if that scoreline holds, then One Knox will put themselves closer to Union Omaha, but Spokane Velocity could possibly be jumped by AC Boise depending on the result tonight.
Yeah, so coming into tonight, 2 through 8 differed by just 6 points, and so if you can get all 3 points in a matchup, that becomes huge, especially at this point of the season. Now it's time for our halftime update as we roll right along here at halftime.
It is halftime in League One. We'll get back out to the second half in just a bit. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with some of the headlines from the week. Charlotte Independence continued its hot streak last weekend with a 4-3 win over FC Naples. That's 7 League One victories in a row, 10 straight unbeaten in all competitions. Golden Boot leader Luis Alvarez has led the charge with 8 goals and 2 assists during that stretch. AV Alta heating up as well with its 1-0 victory over Spokane Velocity. The club is now unbeaten in 7 straight League One matches with just 2 goals allowed in its last 6 games. Last week, Sarasota Paradise acquired League One living legend Emiliano Terzaghi, and he contributed immediately with a goal in Sarasota's 2-0 win over Union Omaha. From 2020 to 22, Terzaghi made his name with 3 consecutive League One Player of the Year awards, the Golden Boot in each of those seasons, and a Players' Shield with Richmond Kickers. He now owns 63 regular season goals in his League One career. Upcoming national spotlight games in the championship and League One. Wednesday the 24th, Colorado Springs and San Antonio on ESPN2. July 1st, Spokane and Forward Madison on CBS Sports Network. And the next day, AC Boise and One Knoxville on ESPN2. This is the USL Halftime Update. Let's get you back out to your match.
Every business has a story. Maybe you're just getting started. Maybe you're expanding. Maybe you're ready for a fresh start with a bank that truly cares about your business. We're Banner Bank, and we want your business to succeed, to stay competitive, to get to the next level. And we have a long history of helping businesses just like yours. Banner Bank. Better ideas, better banking.
Every day, you give it all you've got, because every day demands it. Chasing, climbing, committing, until something takes you down. At St. Alphonsus, our sports medicine team gets you back up with sharp minds and steady hands, helping everyday athletes like you take on tomorrow. So when you demand greatness, bring it.
KTVB Plus, streaming live local radar 24/7. Watch as the storm rolls in and check the forecast whenever you want. Stream now and watch for free. Live radar 24/7, only on KTVB Plus.
From the beginning, Idaho has been home. Since 1968, we've stayed true to what matters most. Hard work, local ranching, and exceptional beef. As pioneers of American Wagyu, we're involved every step of the way, from ranch to table. Unforgettable beef, done right, by people who care. Snake River Farms, proud supporters of Athletic Club Boise.
Restore Hyper Wellness wants to give everyone the chance to experience the benefits of Hyper Wellness. So Restore is hooking up the entire stadium. Everyone who attends the game will receive a $50 Restore Hyper Wellness gift certificate sent straight to their email. You can utilize the certificate towards any premium service at Restore, from hydrating IV drips to freezing cryotherapy, anytime between now and July 12th. So just make sure your ticket is scanned at the gate and watch your inbox for your exclusive claim link. Time for our first half highlights between AC Boise and Union Omaha. In the 10th minute, it was an early chance for AC Boise.
And really highlights the storyline that we saw in this first half, which was promising attacks from both teams, thwarted by key defensive interventions. Good delivery there by Charlie Adams on the corner. Good block defensively from Union Omaha. Terrific ball across from Thomas Among to Jonathan Ricketts. But what a tackle by Jibba, and he's had himself a game in that first 45 with tackles, interventions, clearances. Union Omaha, same, good build up here in transition, quick play, and then a massive goalkeeping play by Cleaver here, coming off the line, making himself big, forcing this ball wide to the side netting. Allowed opportunity that is minimized. The timeliness and positioning, Jonathan Cleaver. That's going to be the storyline for both these teams. They have to feel good about the overall generation of what they're seeing offensively, but can they make that final action? Can they capitalize on that breakthrough that they're looking for?
These two teams are some of the top scoring teams in the league. They're some of the top teams in regards to pass accuracy and passes completed. Union Omaha leads the league in passes, and they are top 2 in passing accuracy. AC Boise is second in passes. And so, again, which side is going to be able to make the final pass? Going to have that final product as well as the finishing. That's going to be key here in the second half.
Well, you kind of look at the stats going into this match, and then you look at it in the match. Total passes, 249 for Union Omaha, 246 for AC Boise. So these are two teams that are just absolutely living up to what we see statistically, and then what those statistics lead to into the final third.
No substitutions at the half. The starting 11s start this second half as Colin Radosov blows his whistle, and we begin half number 2 between AC Boise and Union Omaha in USL League One. James Hadnot here with you, Eric Dobransky with me. Thank you so much for joining us here at Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium in Boise, Idaho. Union Omaha in the teal blue and AC Boise in the black kits. There will be a foul. As Lawrence Woodson was held up, racing in the channel. As Philip Mayaka played 2 seasons at Clemson before being drafted. Started with Colorado Rapids, then played in the second team space in MLS with Crown Legacy in Huntsville. Now here with AC Boise. Owusu fires this deep, skips off the head of Tequila into the oncoming arms of Cleaver.
It's going to be intriguing to see what these two coaching staffs and what these two teams have identified in the break of areas that will help them kind of create that final moment to score that goal, because they're not going to be overly disappointed with the first 45, but they know that they've got more in the tank.
Moon inside the 18, drops this off. Moshabon losing his footing, can't strike it clean. Now Botello Foss shielding off his defender and Jake Kroll, and that'll be a foul.
Botello Foss, although he did have the opportunity in the first half that went wide. We talk about Cleaver coming off his line positionally, being very strong. But his hold-up play and the questions that he just continues to ask of the deep-lying midfielders for AC Boise, but also this back line, You saw the late yellow card to Charlie Adams in that first half, but how does his presence and impact then influence what we see out of Diego Gutierrez, because we have not seen a lot of him in the run of play. And then Kempis Tequila, same thing, two players that have been neutralized from what these two teams want to present and the options that they want to have going forward.
Now Woodson the ball more centrally. Owusu. Just a little bit of a formation change now for Omaha as they're again trying to find the avenues forward. Coach Candela talked about playing in a 4-back. They played in a 3-back this season, and so wanted to be multiple as the throw-in comes back in for Union Omaha. Tequila. Woodson. Gutierrez. Cabral.
Kind of jump into the point you just made as we see a turnover here. See if AC Boise can counter.
Moshaban gliding in possession. Tumi Moshaban is brought down from behind, and that will be a foul and a booking. So it looks like Gavilinez who will pick it up as Moshaban wreaking havoc against this Union Omaha defense.
And the frustrating part for Union Omaha is not only going to be the giveaway, but how deep AC Boise was able to get into the attacking third before this foul can take place. You pick up the yellow, and then you also give a deep free kick to AC Boise. Drive by Moshaban.
So that yellow card was presented by Diamond Heating and Cooling. And now it's a free kick presented by St. Alphonsus. A gorgeous opportunity for AC Boise. About 23 yards out. And Charlie Adams has the quality to hit the target from this distance. So that yellow card was shown to Kempis Tequila and not Gavilinez. I'll make that clerical note. 51st minute, first big opportunity for AC Boise. Adams does not beat the wall. Back to the goalkeeper, Cleaver. And now Kroll. Moon the back heel. Moshaban wins another free kick. Coach Kendala, he's showing the fourth official what he believes just transpired. But Colin Radosov giving another foul.
No, I was just talking about Botello Faz on Union Omaha side. Moshaban has been fantastic in his ability to recognize and put himself in a position where he's either getting around a defender or putting them in a position where all they have is the option to foul. Now you get Charlie Adams back on the ball, and that wicked shape he could get off this left-footed delivery.
The St. Alphonsus free kick whipped in. It'll skip off a Union Omaha player as Ricketts was arriving, and a corner coming. So this corner is brought to you by Truly. AC Boise starting to get that foothold that they were hoping to find in the first half to start the second half.
And three different dead ball scenarios for Charlie Adams. You get the deep free kick, you get the kind of mid delivery, now you get a corner.
Adams whips this ball in, doesn't beat the first man.
And unfortunately, that ended up being kind of the storyline for all three, as you can see the frustration from Charlie Adams. The deep attacking free kick hit the wall. The deeper free kick cleared by the first defender, and then that corner, same thing.
Moon slips this ball in. Now Among, shoulder to shoulder, and that will be a goal kick. Good defending there by Brent Coleman. That's the funny thing sometimes when you see two very good attacking sides, two teams that like to have possession. They also defend well, so it could either be high flying or it could be a very calm, slow pace, slow burn type of match.
Yeah, it's such a great point because you tend to see it so much with teams that do value the ball, and obviously transition teams as well. But when you could be class in both boxes, that's where you excel. And that's where both these teams want to be solid and they want to be difficult to break down, but they also want to be that attacking presence.
Kroll, nice little ball over to Adams. He can't connect with Kostashin. Gracie, Boise, and Nate Miller, he said that our attacking is better when we're defending better, and our defending is better when we're attacking better. And after falling 5-1 to Ford Madison, they wanted to be better in all areas. They have been that today here at home. Now have to defend Diego Gutierrez.
And the next upgrade for AC Boise would be the clean sheets, because they haven't had a clean sheet since May 13th when that 2-0 win over FC Naples here at home.
Jibba fires this ball in. It'll skip off. Nick Moon will let it roll out for a deep throw in the defensive half for AC Boise. Also for Coach Kendall, his team giving up back-to-back matches in which they fell 2-0. They're not only looking for a clean sheet, but to find the back of the net after not scoring in 180 minutes plus coming into today. That is unlike Union Omaha. They score in bunches. They now have a deep throw in.
And in that recent matchup at Sarasota Paradise, outshot Sarasota 17-12. There's really 2 second-half goals conceded that doomed Union Omaha.
Slick ball to Among from Moon. And now AC Boise on the attack. Moshabon, gorgeous ball to Among. Costigan trying to control. Moon on the counter press, wins possession, trying to slither through. But again, just too tight of quarters. And that's going to be a foul by Jake Kroll. So Gutierrez needing some time to return to his feet after this foul by Jake Kroll.
And that's that pressure immediately after getting dispossessed. Kroll climbs the field, puts himself in the attacking half to negate what Diego Gutierrez is able to accomplish on the ball.
Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM 157, North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, plus hear live matches from the USL, MLS, Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. 57th minute of action. Gutierrez commits the foul on Charlie Adams near midfield. He did not have the expectation that one goal might be the difference in this match, but as it has wore on, one goal could be humongous for either side. You mentioned it at the top, Eric. Whoever scores first is really going to take a stranglehold on this match. And that's why these teams have been so tight defensively. Mayaka cannot connect. And here comes Union Omaha. Jibba. They will switch to Owusu. Gutierrez threads the needle. Budati wins a corner for Union Omaha, their first of the second half.
When you're a team that feels like you've asked a variety of questions on the ball in transition, This is where you're going to want to present a big challenge to your opponent, get the numbers, make first contact, and put yourself in a position where you can then own or control that second or third action.
Gavilinez, lofted ball, easily brought in by Cleaver. He hits the back of Moshaban. Then Moon touches it. Moshaban, big challenge taken in by Gabriel Cabral, and he will receive a yellow card. So Cabral picks up the booking.
And I know he's making the argument that this is only his first foul, but it would go back to what we saw at the end of the first half for Charlie Adams. Same premise, a midfielder looking to blow up any sort of transition play. I mean, a good touch here for Moshaban. It does seem to get away, and Cabral has good support behind him. That one defensive action being loud enough and big enough to earn a yellow.
I wonder if you've ever seen that reaction before from your kids after they make a mistake. Like, who, me? Did I do that? Have you ever seen that before?
Oh, yeah.
Cabral couldn't believe it.
You got the rolling around, and then you look up the referee.
So now, this is Gutierrez. He's been quiet today. Cameron has one of the top scorers for this team. Now working. Tries to go between the legs of Kroll, but Jake Kroll is having none of that.
See the appreciation from Gutierrez and Kroll.
1v1 defending is something that Coach Nate Miller talked about with the likes of Kroll, Dangler, and this defense kind of getting back to the way they played early on in the year. Dangler missed some time, and so they had to switch things and kind of change things up. Now that Dangler is back, the comfortability that this entire back line has for AC Boise has been evident today.
And how important that 1v1 defending is to the way that they press collectively, because when you press as aggressively as they do, you have to have players that can win those 1v1 duels. You have to have players that will not shy away in those moments and that will win more than they lose in those moments, because when you play that risk reward, you're going to see some big moments present themselves, but you have to put yourself in position where you can control them.
More 1v1 defending now, and Kroll answers the call once again. Coach Nate Miller said, we can't be arrogant based on the way that we play. We know that we're going to give up opportunities. We know we're going to lose the ball at times. That works for Nick Moon. But again, 1v1 defending as Owusu was ready to stop that cross. Now Botello Foz. Flag has stayed down for the moment. But Mayaka steps in there along with Dangler. And so we're seeing everything on display right now. Some loose touches for either side, but also defenders are in the right spot.
Now we're seeing that uptick in the tempo from both these teams. Saw moments in the first half where it was just a slower pace, and it can present that itself when you're on the ball, but now we've kind of seen that up and back frenetic pace that we thought we would see hints of in the first half.
Kroll. Costajian. He is watched by Gutierrez. Back to Jake Dangler. Welcome sight to have him back. Dangler from Baltimore, Maryland, the former USL League One champion with South Georgia Tormenta back in 2022. Now Josh Yarrow, he'll carry. Long pops up, turn possession. Mayaka, Adams, now Kostashin. This is better from AC Boise right now. Playing the game on their terms. Adams pops up in the channel. Mayaka. Ricketts pumps it across. Just too tall for Costigan. eFootball is here. Live your dream. Rep your team and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. Moshaban into Costigan. Slip through towards Among, but the touch eludes him. And a goal kick coming for Union Omaha.
But this has to be a spell that Nate Miller and AC Boise, his side, have to feel good about, because they're generating some opportunities off the ball with how aggressive they are in those pressing moments, but also positionally putting themselves within proximity of each other to play make in those moments. And you just need to capitalize.
This floating ball takes a bounce, controlled by Nick Moon. He's been good today after coming back from his suspension. Mayaka's touch. Costigan. Dennis Costigan lays this off. 5 in the box now. Driven in! And wide of the mark by Among. He can't believe he hasn't scored.
This is terrific from AC Boise, the ability to get themselves back on the ball. Deceptive in nature in terms of where their runs in the pockets of space it generates. Hung just unable to guide this on frame. It did look like Nuhu had that front post guarded and covered. Still, you want to put yourself in a position where you're at least making the goalkeeper make a save.
Moon picks up possession again, works his way into the area, all the way across, but behind everyone who was looming. This has been much better from AC Boise. Feels like the goal is coming, but have to have that finishing product.
Well, now if you're Union Omaha, who do you lean on to help kind of get you out of this moment? We knew that this was going to be something that played out for both teams. There was going to be momentum shifts. There was going to be some suffering involved defensively, but who helps you out? Hold the ball up, gain some of that moment. What a ball.
Moon can't slip it through. But again, the counter pressing relentless from AC Boise. Even when they lose possession, they're winning it back. And now Union Omaha finds itself on the ball. Woodson. Gutierrez. And this is a moment now for Omaha just to calm things down. The momentum is all with AC Boise right now. And this also shows just pedigree. It's knotted back. Yarrow chasing for it. He'll pick it up for Boise. And the late whistle, but the correct whistle, as that ball had rolled over the end line. And Union Omaha preparing to make a couple of changes. In the 67th minute, AC Boise starting to flex their muscles a bit at home. Neither side has scored. 0-0 right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, substitutions for Union Omaha. Coming into the match,
so
number 20, Sergio Ors Navarro.
Edri Caceres and Sergio Ors both coming on. Diego Gutierrez coming off, a like-for-like change for Omaha. Also, Lawrence Whitson coming off, the former Big Ten Midfielder of the Year at Ohio State. So we'll see how these changes impact things for Omaha. They bring on a very good goal scorer in Ors, who led the team with 10 goals last year. And so in a match that needs a finishing touch, you bring back your leading goal scorer from a season ago.
Yeah, and I think for Union Omaha, you say finishing touch, but I also think kind of an upgrade in some chance creation, because they just have not seen collective quality here in the second half, and a lot of that goes to what AC Boise is doing on the defensive side in disruption. But Union Omaha have just not seen that collective moment where they're getting good numbers in the attack. They've gotten probably one wide delivery where they had some threatening players right in front of Cleaver, but besides that, have not been able to generate what they want in the final third.
Kosticin lays this off. Mochaban drives it in. Timmy Mochaban back on the ball. Now Adams returns to Jake Kroll. This second half has been played almost exclusively in AC Boise's attacking half. Just have not found the goal yet. That will set this place ablaze.
This is almost the same time in the first half that I mentioned the final third entries and touches in opposition box. 20 final third entries for AC Boise, 8 touches in the opposition box. Only 5 final third entries for Union Omaha and 0.
Mochaban! Off the beautiful delivery. Tumi Mochaban, the breakthrough for Boise. AC Boise 1, Union Omaha 0. We said it was coming, and Tumi Mochaban is the man that makes it happen.
And just tremendous collective recognition, the ability to keep possession, find that patience, but also find that urgency and ruthlessness to plug this ball into the 6-yard box, give Mochaban enough time to climb the field, get himself in a dangerous space, and so clever with the finish. Knows that he gets Nuhu off his line, and all he needs to do is clip this ball over the top. It drops in for the opener.
Tumi Mochaban gives these fans what they came to see. Mochaban has such respect for Nate Miller, giving him this opportunity to going way back to their time in USL League One with Lansing, in which Mochaban was signed as a rookie. And Coach Miller said just to be able to see his growth, be able to see him at this stage of his career, makes everything worthwhile. Now, Gavilinez. Pull back. Among with the interception. Now Mochaban racing the other way. He's shoved down by Coleman, and that'll be another card. So the center back goes into the book for Union Omaha. Has everything going AC Boise's way now.
Has the goal, but also has the influence here in the second half. He has been box to box, up for the task to take this ball on the dribble. And that's the uniqueness of what Mochaban brings to this game. He could do it with his passing ability, but also the aggressiveness that he can present on the ball, on the dribble.
Now Tumi Mochaban is receiving some medical attention. Mochaban played last year with Charlotte, but made more than 118 appearances. Check that, made more than 100 appearances, 118 to be exact, with San Diego Loyal. 25 goals, 17 assists under Coach Miller. And now both Gabriel Cabral and Brett Coleman getting a bit of a swig of water as Mochaban is back to his feet. But Coach Miller and Mochaban, along with multiple other players from his time in San Diego, have such a great relationship, and that's what Coach Nate Miller told us about in regards to bringing those players in, like a Adams, like a Nick Moon. When you're building something, you want to have people you trust. And Nate Miller trusts those men immensely. And this AC Boise side has become a family over the course of this season. And they have high aspirations, high expectations, and they're living up to them right now against the two-time champions, Union Omaha. 73rd minute of action. AC Boise leads 1-0 on top of Union Omaha. Tumi Moshaban with the goal. He's shoved down from behind and earns a free kick as Gabriel Cabral has to be careful. He's sitting on a yellow card. Philip Mayaka with a stupendous ball over the top. The assist on that goal. And near a quarter of an hour remaining in this match. And Boise does not look like they're stopping anytime soon. Kroll. Dangler. Moshaban. Mayaka. Another long passage to play in possession for AC Boise. How tight they are. This is gorgeous. But Costigan can't get it out of his feet. And then the foul means that Union Omaha will have possession. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golasso Network and ESPN Plus. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings.
We had mentioned in the open for AC Boise, the key was going to be own the territory, and we've seen an increase in that here in the second half. Final third entries at 24 thus far, but a lot of that is predicated off of where they are winning the ball. They are disruptive higher up the field. They're able to get a lot of those regains 40, 50 yards away from goal, and then what they're doing with that first pass is so decisive.
Jibba's cross is headed away, and it will be a corner for Union Omaha.
And this is where you have to be careful, because you have a Union Omaha side that knows that the momentum and the rhythm is not in their favor thus far. Also know they have the quality to go ahead and kind of regain it, but know that this is a key element. And they get a good delivery here from Cabral.
76th minute, Union Omaha leading, down by 1, and oh! Cleaver rising up to swat that away.
Well, a big intervention from Cleaver in the first half did not require him to make a save, but it was elite positional play. Here, same thing, but he does have to come up with a save. Kempis Tequila gets a clever touch.
Another ball in, and the swing and miss from Cabral, missing the target. Struck it well, but missed the target.
It had all that momentum and that pace from the delivery. Just wasn't able to guide it on frame.
So AC Boise leading by a goal on top of Union Omaha. Again, Union Omaha handing AC Boise their first ever loss. A 3-2 defeat. Boise on the road. Mayaka has one possession. Moshaban controls, slips to Moon. Nick Moon by himself. Moon is blocked away as Union Omaha found a way to get in front. Budati put his body on the line.
And this was almost a must defensively for Union Omaha. Nick Moon looks to upgrade his chances on his right foot, but secondary defending from Budati key because he blocks the pass that Nick Moon possibly could have played to Thomas Among, but also blocks the shooting angle. Still does concede in a corner.
78th minute. Denis Kostishin trying to provide good service for a decisive goal. Outswinger takes a bounce, brought down, sent back in, and Ricketts was past the end line. That opportunity for Nick Moon is one that AC Boise hopes does not come back to bite them, as Timmy Mosherbon played a gorgeous ball through. And so now Josue Gomez will come on for Pato Botello-Foss.
Omaha coming into the match, number 21, Aaron Gomez.
Yeah, you make a great point, because when you play an opponent that both these teams are not necessarily high scoring, but they are towards the top of the league in goals scored, but you know that they're going to create their chances. You know that those bigger, louder moments are going to come, and you don't want to squander them. You had an opportunity to build a 2-goal lead. Now you got to make sure you continue to stay fine-tuned and detailed defensively.
Owusu playing with his food a bit as he went back to Nuhu with Mosherbon right there. And the referee, Colin Radosov, is shoved down by Orrs. And you can see Radosov wasn't too pleased with that. He realized he was in the way, but he also was like, hey, don't have to be so hostile.
Yeah, making the right call to have a stoppage of play, but to the point, he turns around and kind of takes a look at who did.
Sergio Orrs was the guilty party with the shove, 2-arm shove, and the former USL Referee of the Year, he shows his medal. He's up for the challenge.
Everybody's getting tackled tonight. Nobody's off limits.
Also the referee now, after hitting the turf, giving himself a moment.
And it does look like this is going to be a restart for Union Omaha.
And Vincenzo Candela wanting them to get on with it, because time is of the essence. His team down a goal on the road, in danger of dropping 3 straight. You have to go back a long time. The last time that Union Omaha lost 3 straight matches. Smooth move on the outside. Ball comes in, nodded away by Dangler. He tracked it well.
And it doesn't get any easier for Union Omaha, because yes, they go home on July 1st, but they bring in a red-hot AV Alta side, and then go back on the road July 11th for a USL Cup match at Forward Madison. For AC Boise, stay here at home, host One Knox on July 2nd. One Knox picking up big 3-1 win against New York Cosmos. And if this result stands, would only be 1 point below Union Omaha in the standings.
Dangler is there to sweep that away. It will be a corner for Union Omaha. So AC Boise taking on the last 2 champions of the league in back-to-back matches. 2025 champions, One Knox, and right now the 2024 champions, Union Omaha. And AC Boise has been up to the task today, 82nd minute, but still work to be done as they have to defend this corner from Alan Gavalines. Played prior with Miami FC and on loan from Indy 11. Plays this short. Cabral back to Gavalines. This ball took a deflection. Among's header away. And Ryan Jibba goes back to his goalkeeper, Rashid Nuhu. Nice touch. It's a Tequila. Dropped off. Budati. And he pumps this ball right to the goalkeeper, Cleaver. Long ball towards Moshaban, picks him out. Now the control. This is what AC Boise likes to do, play out of the back. Right there, Mayaka, a rare mistake, a bad pass, and gives up a corner.
And that was something that Nate Miller had highlighted to us this week, was the recognition from both these teams when they were playing out in those moments.
Gavilinez again stands behind this corner, fires the ball in, nodded away, controlled by Union Omaha, around to Ryan Jibba. Gavilinez launches another ball in, and this is picked out by Cleaver. But continuing that point, Eric, AC Boise's coach Nate Miller saying that playing out of the back is not a fashion statement. We do it because we want to score goals. And that was going to be important, as Nuhu has to be careful there as he brings that down. Kostijan was standing in front of him. AC Boise, outside of that last ball that was given up for the corner, has been clean playing out of the back today, has not made many mistakes. Now this is Budati of Union Omaha. Kempis Tequila takes a shove, and that'll be a free kick on the horizon for the Owls. 85th minute. Good distance for a strike.
You see tight combination like that from Union Omaha. Kempis Tequila gets back on the ball. And for AC Boise, it looked like they had good defensive numbers around Tequila. No need to foul there, and give them hope here with a deep free kick and at a good angle, good distance.
Well, the all-time goal scorer for One Knoxville, not shy. Tequila, too much power as he put it over the crossbar.
Therein lies the difficulty. You got to get it over the wall, but you also got to get it to dip there at the end, as we see changes for both teams coming.
So Omar Yaya will come on for Thomas Among. You see Lawrence, Cameron Lawrence coming on for Ryan Jibba. And then Musa Inye also coming on for AC Boise.
Coming into the match,
as
number
Nick
5,
Moon comes
Musa
off.
Njag. Coming out of the match, number 14, Nick Moon. Coming into the match, number 23, Omar Yaya. Coming out of the match, number 22, Tomas Amang.
Coming up on 4 minutes remaining, plus added time, as AC Boise tries to finish the job. They will let this roll out for a goal kick.
Substitutions for Union Omaha. Coming into the match, number 19,
today,
Cameron Lawrence.
Boise, a result in 6 of 8 matches at home. Got a win last Wednesday versus Richmond, and they have wins in 5 of their last 7 matches. Their only losses are to Fort Wayne and Sarasota. So this has been a fortress. Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium. Right now, AC Boise is holding serve against the 2-time champions of League One. Budati. Tequila. It's ushered along. Cabral now floated inside the area, but nobody there. Back to Coleman. Cabral. This will skip out for another goal kick, and precious time will tick off.
this scoreline holds and AC Boise is able to preserve this 1-0 advantage, this would be the third straight match for Union Omaha being shut out. Now, albeit all three on the road, and we know how difficult it is to go on the road in USL League One and get results. I mean, you talk about the competitiveness of the league itself and crowds that you go into and the environments that you have to go play on. But for a team that is averaging 1.5 goals a match, I mean, that is a statement towards the middle of the season of how teams are going to start presenting themselves defensively to Union Omaha. So how do you adjust? How do you make that adjustments on the ball? Get back to that attacking presence and attacking identity that you've had all season thus far.
Now Tequila sees two. Cameron Lawrence will let this run to Gutierrez. Now Lawrence, the substitute, on his right. Can't beat Philip Mayaka. Moshaban. Now Josh Yarrow, the center back, along with Jake Kroll, starting to attack. And that ball will roll out for Omaha throw. Long run by Gomez. Cleaver is out. He takes his own teammate out, and Dangler, and yeah, that one looked like it didn't feel too good for Jake Dangler as the center back looks up at his goalie.
Dangler just getting back from injury. So good to see him back up.
So Dangler trying to walk it off. We're in the 90th minute. And play will resume. As AC Boise looking to hand Union Omaha its third straight loss. It would be 3 straight matches without a goal. Obviously, the sky won't be falling in Omaha, Nebraska, but there will be questions. And for AC Boise, they would be their 7th result at home this season.
Ladies and gentlemen, stoppage time is brought to you by Diamond Heating and Cooling.
This is Budati racing. He's at the end line.
In the second half.
Cross, not enough power to really cause any problems. Added time. 6 minutes. And the time is brought to you by Diamond Heating and Cooling. More than 7,000 fans here to watch this match versus AC Boise and Union Omaha. Attendance at 7,247. They've been treated to a professional show from AC Boise, holding one of the top offenses in the league to no goals up to this point. Tumi Moshaban with the goal. Philip Mayaka with the assist. And now trying to defend and secure 3 points. Dropped back off to Lawrence. Coleman floats towards Budati. Gasso does well to win possession towards Moshaban, but he gives it up cheaply. Rare mistake there. Now Tequila. Caceres. Cabral. Leaves it back from Gavilinez. Now Alan Gavilinez. Omaha working around the 18. Lawrence launches in the ball. It's Kroll who's first to it. Collision in the box. And this will be a foul on Union Omaha. So Cabral had to be careful. And now a three-way conversation between Cabral, Kroll, and the referee. those are the ones that could get dicey if Kroll doesn't get to the ball first. And that is what Cabral was trying to argue, that he was first to the ball, but it was a collision between both. As now Joseph Hansen will come on for the goal scorer, Tumi Moshaban. That's the game-winning goal as it stands right now. And that substitution was brought to you by Truly. Make your dreams come truly.
You saw in that extended attacking sequence from Union Omaha that Moshaban was struggling with something along that right leg, and it almost felt like if Union Omaha was able to get a ball clipped in, but Kroll was able to switch defensively for Moshaban, they were able to get the substitute Hansen on. But what an impact Moshaban had on this match tonight. Did it on both sides of the ball, influenced it defensively, screening passes, winning tackles, but also the ability to climb into the attacking 18-yard box, find that breakthrough.
So Dennis Kostishin picks up the yellow card here in added time.
Number 10, Dennis Kostishin.
Ball's lifted into the area, nodded around, and Yarrow will clear it away. So 30 moments late now for AC Boise. Now control. Long ball out wide, but it'll skip out. Intended target was Omar Yaya. The initial ball did not stay in play. And now Owusu was offside. And AC Boise clinging to the lead right now. Dangler trying to waste precious moments, just like a veteran. Gasso trying to control. He'll win it for AC Boise. Throw in now with just 1 minute of our minimum of 6 remaining. And the River Guard, among the rest of the fan base, can feel it. When you hear the beat of the drum, that's the tempo that Coach Nate Miller talks about. You can feel it here in the building. Goal kick for Union Omaha, and really last licks for the Owls. Kostishin, good control. That's a foul, but it goes on Kostishin. Check that. Radosov made the mistake, pointed to the wrong direction, and that should get AC Boise over the finish line. Dangler will take his time walking up to this free kick, which is brought to you by St. Alphonsus. Ball sent to the corner. There's the final whistle. And AC Boise victorious over Union Omaha. The final, Athletic Club Boise 1, Union Omaha 0.
And for Union Omaha, they just lacked that decisiveness, that creativity in the final third to generate that big opportunity they were looking for. And for AC Boise, what a gritty performance. You knew that this game was going to be back and forth. It was going to present different ebbs and flows. They controlled some of those bigger moments, and obviously that man right there controlled the biggest moment of the night with the goal. Moshaban, the clever header, put his team up 1-0, and they saw out the rest of it.
The River Guard rejoices as their side is victorious. The final once again, Athletic Club Boise 1, Union Omaha 0. We'll be back to wrap things up here from Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium in Boise, Idaho.
If Need honest heating, cooling, plumbing, or electrical service? Call Diamond today. For over 25 years, Diamond's 5-star heroes have been serving Treasure Valley homeowners with quality and integrity. Diamond, your home's best friend.
I want to do more of the things I'm called to, so I'm going to go give my body the fuel and the nourishment that it needs to do that as often as I possibly can. If you want to come in and get an IV and get compression and get infrared, get the mild hyperbaric chamber in 150 locations around the country where we're traveling, we can find that. And so I think that's what makes it special, is it's a one-stop shop for health, for fuel. But the reason I come here is because it gives me the chance to do more.
One more thing, in case you didn't get our newly released black t-shirts featuring Nick Moon and Tumi Moshaban, they are available under the pop-up tent near the merch store, under the Turf Club. They also have silver.
Welcome back to Athletic Club Boise Soccer Stadium as AC Boise victorious over Union Omaha 1-0. Now it's time for the highlights between these two sides. And Eric, we talked about it from the onset. Defense was going to be key in this match, and here was an important moment.
And it was a collective moment, good recognition, and the ball clipped in from Mayaka, and Moshaban, a player that was so active in both boxes, finds himself inside the 6, right outside the 6, and the clever finish right there over Nuhu.
As that was tonight's move of the game, presented by Restore Hyper Wellness. And you see again, Mayaka just picks out Moshaban. Great run, the glancing header, and there was nothing Nuhu could do about it as he had stepped out.
Well, and you see the proximity that Nate Miller had told us about this week, about the numbers being around the ball, but what that allows this team to do, and that late arriving run from Moshaban, the class finish, and the one goal that they needed to see this game out. And what a 3 points it is for AC Boise tonight. As you see them, they were teetering right above that playoff line. Now they catapult themselves and put themselves in a place where they're putting a lot of pressure on that top 4.
You think about One Knoxville, they got to win tonight, so they now are putting pressure on Union Omaha. Union Omaha has now lost their last 3 matches. They haven't scored in their last 3 matches, and so they will have to go back to the drawing board. But for AC Boise, this is one that they can enjoy against a champion of this league 2 times over, and now they will take on last year's champion in One Knoxville in the next match.
And the tests keep coming for AC Boise. Now, like you mentioned, take on One Knox and Union Omaha, AB Alta.
Well, the River Guard was treated to a professional performance from Athletic Club Boise. The theatrics from Union Omaha, not enough, as Tumi Moshaban was the man with the plan. Here's his goal. Here's the difference. And AC Boise victorious 1-0 on top of Union Omaha. With Eric Dobransky, my name is James Hadnot saying so long from Boise, Idaho, and have a blessed evening.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.